Hi everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to Sampler Sunday, the Valentine episode. It is Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2021, and if you're just joining me for the first time, this is a channel about cross stitch. This is kind of a extra series that I do in addition to my floss tube channel, where I every week or occasional Sundays, I pull out a few samplers to share and give a little bit more in-depth information about. So it's a cross stitch channel, and I talk about different patterns and my online cross stitch store. So check out my channel for my regular floss tube videos, and I also do a series called Throwback Thursday where I highlight some older pieces, some kind of quirky things, and just some different things from days gone by. So welcome. And I wore my shirt for the occasion, my Valentine shirt, because I love kitties and it's actually my birthday today. So I'm a Valentine baby. So lots of love and lots of fun on Valentine's Day. So I think I've got about 15 Valentine charts. Some are a little more modern, but I tried to choose only Valentine charts that had kind of a sampler feel or sampler theme to them. So the first one is by Holly House Designs, and it's called Heart Sampler. And this one actually comes with a little heart charm. And I think this one might be in my clearance section, but isn't that cute? It's got love, ABC, 1, 2, 3, and hope. And then the little heart charm goes right there in the center. And this one is a quick stitch. It's kind of wide, 156 stitches wide by 48 stitches tall, and it was stitched on 32 count Belfast linen ivory, and it uses DMC number 12 pearl cotton, ecru, and then 2 DMC colors. So the only specialty floss would be the pearl cotton. And I think this one is on my site for like $3.50. And it might be in the clearance section, so you can get a little extra off. But that's just a cute Valentine sampler. The next one is called Heart of Hearts by Abby Lane Designs. And it was published in 2005. And this is just a lot of different sampler heart motifs. And I think it was stitched in 2 colors of Gloriana silk floss, and it has a DMC conversion. But on this type of thing, I think it's important to get the variegation of the silk floss. And this one is 125 wide by 164 high, and it was stitched on 32 count cream sienna by Graziano from Norden Crafts. So I don't know if that particular fabric is available, but any ivory fabric would look really good with this. So sorry for the glare. I'm working on my lighting. It's really hard. I should probably just, before I start my videos, just take everything out of the chart packs to prevent that glare. The next one is one of my favorite sampler designers, Rosewood Manor. And this one is called Postcard of Love. And it says, after shopping at a local antique store, I was inspired to create a small sampler that looked like an antique postcard. You could make it look even more antique by stitching it using over-dyed threads. Wishing you love, Karen Kluba. So isn't that pretty? I really, really like that one. And it's not too big. It's only 118 by 88. And this one was stitched on 40 count cream linen with Sullivan's or DMC floss. And they don't give a conversion for the over-dyed threads. You would have to do that on your own. And this one's done completely in cross stitch. So that would be a pretty quick stitch. The next one, another favorite designer of mine. I just love these designs. Core Ebati Core. And this one's called Primaveradamore. It's Love in Spring, or Springtime of Love. Springtime of Love. And this is a more modern sampler, but it's still, sorry, I'm going to take that out. so you can get a good look at it. Apologize for the noise if my microphone is picking that up. There we go, that's better. And I just love, so she's got a variety of motifs, which puts this in the sampler category. It's got two little sampler houses here, but look at these little touches. You've got a cat and a mouse with the hearts and their tails touching, and then it's got the two cows. I think that's a cat and a mouse. Yep, definitely. And the little polka dots on the watering can and the heart topiary and the little polka dots on the bird wings. They're just, and then big, huge bouquet of flowers. So many little cute details in this. And this one is 239 by 240 and was stitched, all of the quarry batty core are done in DMC floss. And this was stitched on 35 count light mocha. But I just think that's so cute for Valentine's Day. The next one is called Lovers by Twin Peak Primitives. And Twin Peak Primitives is a newer designer that, as far as I know, just started in 2020. And I think his designs get better and better as each one comes out. So this one, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's all stitched in one color of DMC. And this one was stitched on Amber Ada, but it doesn't look, it looks like a hand dyed there, but it says Amber Ada 22 count. And the size is 172 wide by 138 high. And it's called Lovers. Isn't that cool? I think that's just really fun. Then I've got, this is one of a couple that I have by Shepherd's Bush, and this is from the Notes series, and I really like the Notes series. This one is called Love Notes, and it's got the words amour, love, and liebe, Liebe, and another amour. There's a French and Italian amour, and it's Liebe German, I'm not sure. So this is Love Notes, and it's a very simple stitch. It's done all in cross stitch and back stitch. It's only 47 wide by 76 high, and the model was stitched on 32 count white chocolate linen. And it was stitched with Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works with a DMC conversion provided. The next one is an older chart by Bent Creek, and it's called Holiday Houses Part 2. And it has a Valentine house in it. So it's got, look at that, where the hearts are coming out the chimney, and it's got the little heart flowers here. And then it's got one for New Year's Eve and one for Home for the Holidays. But I think that's, and they were stitched on, let's see, it's 56 by 56, and they were stitched on 32 count light chino. So the design size, if you stitch on 32 count, is only 3.5 by 3.5 inches. The next one is by Blue Ribbon Designs, and it's called Valentine Wishes, and it's a series of 6 smalls, and each one has a different saying and a different word. So I'll read them to you first. It has, may your heart be filled with innocence, may your heart be filled with love, may your heart be filled with kindness, beauty, happiness, and compassion. So there's 6 different words and 6 different sampler motifs. Aren't those really cute? Those would make such cute little smalls for Valentine gifts or a Valentine bowl. They were stitched with Gentle Art threads, and they have a DMC conversion. And see what the size is. The stitch count for each, she calls them ornaments, is 60 by 57, and the models are stitched on 32 count linen by R&R Reproductions called For the Cure Pink. So, sorry, that's my water pump just went off. We live on top of a hill, and so we have a well. We live in a development with a well, and so we have a water pump that kicks in when our water pressure goes down. The next one is My Full Heart, a tiny heart full of letters. And this one's really, it's by Hands to Work, and it was published in, oh shoot, it's not going to tell me. But I really like this one. Look at that. Isn't that unique? And it's got, it's called A Tiny Heart Full of Letters. The model was worked on 40-count ink spot black linen by R&R Reproductions using one strand of needlepoint silk over 2 threads of linen. The medallion in the center of the heart is stitched using Algerian eye stitches with one strand of needlepoint silks over 4 threads of linen. Be careful dragging your thread from eyelet to eyelet as not to see the thread through the hole in the center of each stitch. The alphabet is stitched over 1 thread of linen using one strand of needlepoint silks or DMC. I used flame red for the initials in the angel's wings. The rest of the stitches are stitched over 2 threads of linen. And I really like that fabric too. Spot black. And that is done, except for the Algerian eye in the medallion in the center. Everything else is cross stitch. Here's another one by Shepherd's Bush. It's called Valentine Folio, and it was published in 1995, and it's got 2 designs. It's got the Be My Valentine, You Have My Heart. That's this one. Nope. That's this one here with the band sampler. And it's got Hearts for You, Friendship True. And then it's got a couple of other designs too. It's got this little tiny one here and Love. So you get 4 designs and it's only $4. Now, Shepherd's Bush is republishing their charts at a little bit higher price. Some of them are out of print, but a lot of them are coming back in, and they're being with the Shepherd's Bush charts, the price is always printed, and they're coming out now being reprinted with $8, $9, and $10. So right now this one is still it's probably $3.55 on my site or something like that. But that's for $4 you get four designs. That's a good deal. The next one is Cottage Garden Samplings Valentine Sampler, and this is a modern word cloud sampler. So you have a sampler of words, and you also have a variety of motifs sprinkled in there. Got some sampler flowers, keys, crown, hearts, and the words are amour, bonds, cupid, darling, embrace, faith, gift, honey, infatuation, joy, kiss, love, marry, nurture, osculation. I don't even know what that means. Passion, queen, romance, sweet, token, us, Valentine, warmth, exquisite, yearning, and zest. Isn't that fun? And Cottage Garden Samplings has a couple kind of word clouds like this. They have 2 Halloween samplers that are made up of a word for each letter in the alphabet. Heartstring Samplery, V is for Valentine, and this has your, I'll take that out, sorry. My next videos, I will do all this ahead of time, because it just seems like you just can't get the lighting right. This is from their alphabet series. Yeah, it's still going to be shiny. There. Well, sorry about that, guys. And it's got your kind of classic sampler basket and flowers, and it's only 80 by 80, and it was stitched 1 thread over 2 on Nikki's Creations 32 count Old England using threads from the Gentle Art and Weeks Dye Works with a conversion to DMC included. So that's better. V is for Valentine. Can't have Sampler Sunday without something by Blackbird Design, and this one is Love is in the Air, 3 stockings for February. Now they have 3 stockings, one for every month of the year, and they're a great deal. I think the charts retail for $9, and these are mini stockings. But there's the Valentine bird there, and then you got let's see what they title them. Sweetheart Sampler, February's Violet, and Be Mine. So this one is the Sweetheart Sampler, February's Violet, and Be Mine. And let's see what it says here. This is the second set of patterns in our stocking series. Each month will bring 3 new patterns for a year. Each stocking will be the same size, about 3 inches by 5 inches, just right to hang from a tree. Welcome Valentine's Day with the Be Mine stocking. This sweet bird brings hearts for everyone. The Sweetheart Sampler stocking is easy and quick to stitch. Samplers continue to be our favorite and represent a token of our affection for stitching. Spring is just around the corner and violets are beginning to pop up. You will want to stitch February's violet stocking to welcome the fresh growth of greenery. And the stitch counts on these are 42 by 73, 45 by 74, 44 by 73. So super quick, very easy stitches. And look at, but the result, they're still detailed. So that's Love is in the Air by Blackbird Designs. The next one is by Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Forever Love. And it's not necessarily just a Valentine sampler. It could also be actually it's probably a wedding sampler. It has room for initials and a date at the bottom, but you could be anniversary, Valentine's Day, anything. So this is a modern sampler, but it has some of the flower motifs, and it says, love believes, bears, hopes, endures, never ends. That one is 95 wide by 61 high, and the model was stitched on Zweigert 32 count Golden Harvest Lugana 2/2 using Weeks Die Works and Gentle Arts sampler threads. And it does not give a DMC conversion that I see. Let me open it up. Nope. So that is Forever Love by Silver Creek Samplings. The next one is Love Always by Annie B's Folk Art Designs, or Annie B's Folk. Oh, it's official. The designer is Annie Belcher, or Belker. I'm not sure. If you guys know, let me know. I'm terrible at pronunciations. And this is a newer release. I don't see a date. I wish they always put the date on. This is a newer release, and it's got the pink and red sampler house, the flower sampler motifs, and it just says Love Always, and it's got this beautiful basket of, I don't know if they're flowers or apples or what. Flowers, I guess, because of the greenery. Isn't that cute? It's 101 by 76, stitched on 32 count flax linen, 1 strand over 2 using Weeks Die Works and Classic Colorworks. And that is done all in cross stitch. Another one by Annie B's, and this is also a pretty new release, is called Little Pink Houses. I really like this one. It's very much it's kind of modern, but still has your classic sampler motifs in it. And it across the top is the alphabet, and then it's got this beautiful big heart in between the 2 houses. I really like this one, and it's stitched in Gentle Arts threads. It was released in 2019. It was stitched on 32 count vintage Tundra from Lakeside Linens using 2 strands of Gentle Art threads over 2 linen threads, and the count is 149 wide by 81 high, and it's done all in backstitch. That one is Little Pink Houses. Another one from Heartstring Samplery is your Festive Little Fobs Valentine Edition. And these are so cute. You get all the little tiny motifs, super, super quick stitches. It says, the idea for this series came to me as I was sitting at a freshly wiped computer hard drive, wondering if any of my lost charts and data were going to be recovered. Oh my gosh. I was at a complete loss for what to do if I had to recreate months worth of charts that I had in queue for 2018. I opened a new file and started designing some simple little motifs, and then the ideas started rolling in. Before I knew it, I had a rough list of 12 different themes, enough to fill a year, should I need to start from scratch with releases to keep you all busy. This series, unlike the others that I'm in the midst of, has a clear start and finish as well as a total number of volumes. There will be 12 total, one for each month of 2018. Some will be seasonal, the rest will have general themes, good for any time of the year. The intent is for there to be a whole lot of little stitches that you can stitch for friends and or that you can fill a little tree with. Imagine if you worked your way through the entire series with at least 9 different motifs per chart. That's a total of 108 little ornaments or fobs that you could fill an old feather tree with, or 108 friends that you could spoil with the labors of your hands. I've included basic instructions for a few of the fob finishes, but I encourage you to explore the internet on your own for the fabulous do-it-yourself tutorials there are out there on FlossTube and Pinterest. I'm far from being an expert finisher and easily confess that my methods aren't new. The silver dollar finish might be original, but the other finishes are the same that are already out there. If you're not a person that likes to finish their own stitching, I'm sure you can find a willing person out there to do it beautifully for you for a fee. Each new theme will remain a mystery until the date of its release, but I think you're going to love them all. Isn't that cool? I love it when the designers give background on their charts like that. So that is Festive Little Fobs Valentine Edition by Heartstring Samplery. And the last one is another one by Blackbird Designs. It's from the Anniversaries of the Heart series number 2, and it's Valentine Rose. And it says, Valentine Rose is the second pattern in the new cross stitch series Anniversaries of the Heart, brought to you by Blackbird Designs. During 2010, we will bring you a new house pattern each month to be framed and displayed as a separate piece or stitched as your very own village on a larger piece of linen. Directions and measurements for both are given inside each pattern. We all have special people and events that have touched our lives and hearts. Alma's great-grandmother, Rose Cohagen, is remembered with this pattern. She met her future husband, John Lampshire, when he was building Frog Pond School southwest of Polk, Nebraska. The date on the sampler celebrates the year Rose and John married. We have included an alphabet and numbers so you can personalize your sampler to commemorate someone near your heart. Isn't that cool? Often when they're write-ups, they commemorate their charts to someone in the family or someone special to them. This one was stitched and designed by Alma Allen, and it is only 75 wide by 85 high, and it was stitched with Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and Weeks Dye Works. And it was stitched on 30 count Cafe Kona by R&R Reproductions. And if you stitch it on 30 count, the sampler size is 5 inches by 5 2/3 inches. If the entire collection is stitched on one piece of linen, it will be 387 wide by 261 high. So, Valentine Rose by Blackbird Designs. So that's it for our special Valentine episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the series or if you want to see some of our other items, click the subscribe button below and feel free to share with your friends. Otherwise, have a great Valentine's Day and happy stitching.